Hey guys, what's up? It's Mikexingchen. Pets are awesome, they are comforting, they're adorable, and it depends on what type of pet you have, they may even defend you to the death. I mean, we always hear stories of dogs saving their owners from attackers or warning them of some immediate danger, and that's kind of expected because you feed them, you clean them, you pick up their poo. But what about wild animals? Animals that you've never seen or been in contact with? Would they save you from danger or just, well, eat you? I think in most cases it's probably the latter, but here are some stories of truly remarkable wild animals that have actually saved human lives. Number 1. 3 lions save girl from kidnappers. This story is really incredible because, well, they're lions and typically lions eat people. But in this case, in 2004, a 12-year-old girl was abducted by 4 men on her way home from school in rural southwest Ethiopia. She was abducted because the men were trying to force her into a marriage with one of the kidnappers. Apparently, kidnapping young girls has long been part of the marriage custom in Ethiopia. And according to the UN, over 70% of marriages in Ethiopia are forced marriages through abductions, which is crazy. And just because it happens a lot doesn't make it right or legal. So in this case, the kidnappers were moving the girl with the police pursuing them when they encountered Simba's immediate family. The 3 lions chased off the kidnappers and actually stayed to guard the girl for over half a day until the police arrived. Local police said they stood guard until we found her, and then they just left her like a gift and went back to the forest. Some wildlife experts say the lions saved the girl because she was crying, and the lions could have mistaken that as the sound of lion cubs mowing. Cause yeah, a little girl and a lion cub really do look alike. Maybe the girl kidnapped was this one. Anyway, the 4 kidnappers were eventually apprehended, so this tale had an appropriate Disney-esque ending. Number 2, pod of dolphins saves lifeguard. Okay, if you're one of those who think dolphins saving people seems pretty boring and common, well then maybe you've watched one too many episodes of Flipper, because in real life when it does happen, it's pretty amazing. In 2004 at Ocean Beach near the city of Whangarei, New Zealand, lifeguard Rob House was swimming with his daughter Nissy and her 2 friends Karina and Helen about 300 feet from shore when they saw 7 bottlenose dolphins speeding towards them. I just gotta tell you guys, I'm kind of terrified of swimming in the ocean. In that movie, Open Water, yeah, that's my worst nightmare on a DVD. And if I see some giant fish-looking thing swimming towards me, be it sharks, dolphins, Ariel, I'm gonna pee in the ocean. Anyway, when the dolphins reached a group of swimmers, they started to herd them all together. According to House, they were behaving really weird, turning tight circles on us and slapping the water with their tails. After a little while of this, House found out why the dolphins were behaving really weird, because he saw in the waters a big gray fish swimming around them, and he said it was without a doubt a 9-foot-long great white shark. At that point, House said the dolphins were going ballistic and protected the swimmers by circling them for over 40 minutes, defending them from the shark, until they were rescued by another lifeguard in a boat who was on patrol because he saw the strange behavior of the dolphins and came to investigate. Number 3, sea lion. According to Kevin Hines, in September of 2000, he was suffering from mental illness and depression when he decided to take his own life and jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Hines miraculously survived the fall but saw what he thought was a shark swimming beneath him. He told the AFP that, "I was freaking out in those waters and I was thinking I didn't die there, and now I am going to die here in the water because of a creature of some sort. I really thought it was a shark and I thought it was going to take off a leg and I was panicking. And then it just didn't. It just kept circling beneath me. I remember floating atop the water and this thing just bumping me up. This thing beneath me didn't stop or didn't go away until I heard the boat behind me." Hines later spoke to a witness who told him the creature that continued to bump him up to the surface of the water was actually a sea lion, and it did not swim away until the Coast Guard arrived. Hines believes that if the sea lion did not keep him afloat on the surface of the water, he would have drowned, as the fall caused him serious injuries and he was not able to swim. Inspired by what happened, Hines is now a mental health advocate who travels around the world and speaks to others in a bid to prevent suicides. Number 4, gorillas and kids. This was a story that gained national attention in 1996. On August August 16th, a 3-year-old boy somehow fell into the gorilla exhibit at the Brookfield Zoo near Chicago. What happened next was pretty amazing, especially if you've ever seen the movie Congo. When the boy fell into the enclosure, he lost consciousness. Then a female gorilla named Binti Wan, with her own 17-year-old baby on her back, picked up the boy, guarding him from the other gorillas, and carried him to an entrance where she handed him off to zookeepers. And if you think the boy was only saved because the gorilla was a female, it was a mother, it has some sort of motherly instinct for the boy, then check out this story. On August 31st, 1986, a 5-year-old boy fell into a gorilla exhibit. Why did they keep doing this? Anyway, he fell into the gorilla exhibit at the Jersey Zoo and again lost consciousness. This time, a male gorilla named Jumbo approached and stood guard over the boy while gently stroking the boy's back. The boy woke up and, of course, started to cry, which kind of scared off the gorillas and might have provoked a gorilla attack. But before all that could happen, zookeepers rushed in and saved the boy. Number 5. Bear versus a mountain lion. 69-year-old Robert Biggs was an avid outdoorsman and was out on one of his regular hikes in Northern California in the Bean Soup Flat area when he stopped to admire a family of black bears when suddenly a mountain lion pounced on him. He told the Huffington Post that he grabbed me from behind and knocked me to the ground. I was on my knees. I had my rock pick out because I was on a steep incline and I smashed the cat in the head with it. He screamed, but he didn't let go. That's when a blur on my left side grabbed the lion by its throat. Turns out it was the mama bear. I heard a tremendous screeching, some growling noises. Biggs said the bear removed the mountain lion from his back. Luckily, he was wearing a backpack at the time, and the cat ran off. To this day, Biggs says he's 100% sure the bear wanted to save his life and said he made eye contact with the bear after the dramatic rescue and is convinced that the bear knew who he was as he often hiked that trail and have seen that bear before. Number 6. The giant sea turtle that saved a woman. According to the Montreal Gazette, in 1974, a 52-year-old woman was shipwrecked off the coast of Manila, Philippines. She was giving up hope when she saw a giant sea turtle swimming towards her. She grabbed the turtle's shell and the turtle swam for 2 days, towing her towards land. Usually sea turtles need to dive regularly for food, but she said the turtle did not dive for those entire 2 days, basically not eating to save her. When she was finally spotted by a ship, the ship's crew thought she was holding onto an empty oil drum until they realized it was a sea turtle as that oil drum swam away. The turtle even swam around the area a few times just to make sure she's safe. These stories are really amazing. I don't talk about animals so much on this channel, but there's so much about animals that we still don't understand. And sometimes I think we jump to the conclusion that animals may lack intelligence or they lack sentiment, which is not true. I'm actually going to be doing a video on how smart animals really are. Also in this video, we talked about wild animals that did these incredible things, but there's also domestic animals that performed like crazy things to save their owners' lives or save other animals' lives. And we'll talk about that in another video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.